I'm going to be showing us how um, we can play chords and what chords are. Alright, so we've been able to play scales. We've been able to know we have 12 music notes. We've been able to differentiate these 12 music notes, and we've been able to put ourselves in a key. And all this while we're playing in the key of C. In the key of C major. We've been in the key of C all this while. So now I'm very sure we've passed all the exercise. Like right now, you can play with your metronome. You can just play it in just one position. You cannot play it in one position. I'm not asking if you can do this now. We've done different exercise. We've done different one. We've done different exercises. So right now, to some extent, 45%, I think your fingers are ready to flow for chords.
Alright, in this part of the video, I'm trying to explain to us what a chord is and what consists of a chord. So now, all this why we've been playing exercise. Now this exercise that we've been playing this exercise with scale, major scale. So here I'm trying to define what a chord is for us. So you can say a chord is a combination of more than one note. So when you add one note, another note, and another note, you can get a chord. An example is if you add a do, add a mi, and add a sol together, that becomes a chord. You play them together, it becomes a chord when you play them together. Do you understand? Now a chord can be a 4-note tone. A chord can be do, mi, sol, and ti, and you play it all together. But as at this level, we will not be talking about such chords that are 4 notes. We'll be talking about chords that are 3 notes. And 3-note chords they are called triads. So over here I will be talking about 3 fundamental chord qualities. Talking about the minor chords, the major chords, and the dominant chords. Yeah. So if you could read from the screen, I said, as we've seen, there are many different chord qualities, but there is an easy way to categorize them all according to their sound and function in a chord. Yeah, very important. So in music, we
give us the fingering for this chord. So before then, let me just show you so you can see.
Alright, so in music, every scale has a chord attached to it. I've said that before. We need to understand that. Our do has a chord, our re has a chord. Notice we've been playing melodies all this while. So now our plan now is to move towards playing harmonies. Harmonies, that's playing more than one note, which is a chord. Don't get confused at this stage. We've been playing scale all this while. Now we want to learn how to play chords. Remember where we are coming from. We are coming from the 12 music keys. We are learning in the key of C. In the key of C, we've learned our major scale. And now what we want to learn is chord. Alright, so here you can see a do mi sol is a do chord. Then a re fa la is a re chord. You see? A mi sol ti is a mi chord. You see? A fa la do is a fa chord, a sol ti re, like that till you complete all the scales of your all the notes of your scale, of your major scale. Do you understand that? Okay. All right, so we are going to ignore the fingering on this board. I'm going to tell us the right fingering to use.
But before then, let me just show you so you can see it on the piano. This is a do mi sol. The next one is going to be a re fa la. See, each note is having a chord attached to it. La, si, do. So again, this is a do instead of one note now, which is the melody. You are playing harmony, and this is a chord. So all you really need to do here is to get the first chord, and just to move them. Very simple. Just move it. You notice they have one note in between. So do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. You see? So I'm going to tell us the proper finger to use while playing it. So your left hand is going to be 5. Okay, I'm writing that down. 5, 2, 3, 5, 3, 1. This is your do. This is the finger you're using. So you just move it. That's for your left hand. Then for your right hand, you're using one, same thing you use for your left hand. 1, 3, 5. So do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. So you are going to practice this. This is your first assignment. You are going to use your metronome. You can set your metronome. I already showed you how to download your metronome. You can set your metronome at 80. So you can start with one hand first. See? See? You see? You see? You see? You see? Let me make it fast because of time. Ma, mi, re, do. Left hand. Let me make it fast because of time. But when practicing, you practice slow. Say slow and steady wins the race. So now after I have mastered this pattern, then I can decide to now combine everything together and play everything. My right hand and my left hand, combine it together. Alright, so let's go. Let me start here. So you can know that's left and this is right. You can practice like this. You can bring it here. Anyone wants. So I'm doing it here. So do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. Let me do it here. You see, I'm practicing like this, taking my time. So this is going to be your first assignment. This is your first task. This is what you'll be doing for me. By the time you're able to carry this out, then we can start applying songs to it. Don't forget where you're coming from. You are coming from the 12 music notes. Out of the 12 music notes, we selected one. That's the C. Now in the C, we learned the major scale. We learned our solfas. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, si, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Those solfas, which are those notes or melodies. Then now we are learning the chord, because we cannot just be playing songs with just one note. What is a chord? A chord is a combination of more than one note played together. What is a chord? This can also be a chord. But remember I said 3 notes. It's called a triad. Remember. Alright, so you guys should go and practice.
Alright, in this part of the video, I'm going to be showing us some exercise that will actually be in my next lesson. I'm going to show us some exercise to practice with so we can master this chord position the right way. So just stay tuned for my next lesson. I'll show us how to play this exercise here. You can see on your board. It is very easy, not something that hard for you to learn. That way we can build your muscle memory, your fingers and the rest, so you can
help you strengthen your fingers so you can play a lot of song. When you hear a song, it's not difficult for you to play. All right. See you in my next lesson.